Tenney?
Yes.
Yeah, here's Walter-Zimmermann.
Hi.
Okay, you think I can ask you some questions?
Sure.
Okay, the thing is I'm just taping, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And we should, like, talk a little bit louder than normally. You understand? Okay, so I wrote down the question. Until 1967, you were concerned with computer music. Then you switched to instrumental music. How did you integrate your experiences with computer music into the new pieces?
Well, let me correct the date there.
Yeah,
I was working with computer music from 1961
yeah,
till 1969.
yeah,
Then I went back to instrumental music. I had been writing instrumental music before 1961, too.
yeah,
Um, well, I found, among other things, that the kinds of compositional procedures that I had learned or developed using the computer could easily be applied in instrumental music too. So
yeah,
formal ideas and ways of achieving certain kind of textures and so forth
yeah, yeah.
that I had found ways to program
Mhm.
the computer. I also could find ways to program in instrumental music.
Yeah, yeah. Like in the Künste canon, what I know, like this very sophisticated constructions of this canon drumming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see that as a kind of a fertilization of the computer experiences. Isn't that true?
Of what?
A fertilization,
Fertilization?
yeah, from computer experiences.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
certainly. And
yeah,
that has influenced my instrumental writing
yeah,
for the
yeah,
past 5 years.
yeah. Did you apply experiences with like expanded time and harmonic scale or new techniques of instrumentation? Yeah, did you apply experiences from computer music into these techniques of instrumentation? You understand the
Well,
question?
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah,
Um, well, since I've been working with instrumental uh, music again, I don't know that I've done very much in experimental kinds of instrumentation.
yeah, yeah,
I've been using pretty standard instruments in fairly standard ways
yeah,
instrumentally.
yeah,
But I think it's more the formal aspects of pieces that have been influenced by
yeah,
the earlier work.
yeah. And some pieces are written like in simple possible structuration and notation that the pieces I know, like yeah, the crystal canon or wake, watch out, eyes. So I know I talked with Michael Byron, and he called this whole kind of what a lot of your students doing. So like he said, postcard music. This is a good term for to describe this kind of thing you were doing then.
Well, I went through a very short period of about a year where
Yeah,
I found a number of useful ideas were easily notated in one page or
yeah,
one small space.
yeah,
And it occurred to me that these might nicely make postcards.
yeah, yeah.
But that I'm not doing that kind of thing anymore.
Oh yeah, that was just a
It was
period.
something I
Yeah,
went through.
mm,
A series of pieces.
yeah,
There are certain things about some of those pieces that I'm still interested in, like a piece like the one called Koan for violin.
yeah.
You know that one?
I think not. Is it printed in one of the soundings?
No.
No, then
It's
I
one of
don't
the
know it.
postcards.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
scorecards, I call it.
yeah,
Um, there, the situation is such that the form of the piece
yeah,
is so simple and uh, linear
yeah,
that it will become predictable, utterly predictable to a listener after a very short time,
Yeah,
hearing the beginning. And my feeling is that as soon as that happens, the listener then becomes free to concentrate on details of the sound, because he knows he's not going to be surprised by any normal dramatic turns here or there.
I see.
All there is to listen to is sort of the micro acoustical detail.
Yeah, and he can much more confront himself with the music.
Right.
Yeah.
I realized in the writing of those that this was one way to get around and or to avoid drama.
Yeah.
Which I'm still interested in avoiding.
Yeah. See.
That is,
Yeah.
finding other ways to shape a piece of music.
Like, okay. Then pieces I know from like chords, it's quintet. And here I noticed that each piece is written as a gesture for another composer, like Feldman, Tenney, Ruggles, Sabat, and Palestine. Aren't there like dedications in the best sense that they grasp the specific personal perfume?
Personal what?
Personal perfume, like they are dedications, but not just dedications, but in the best sense, they are within their genuine structures dedications. Like Feldman, you try just to feel into the world of Feldman, or is it like it's not?
Well, the only problem with that description is that I think in most cases it works the other way around. That is, the dedication didn't come before the composition of the piece.
Yeah. Oh, I
see. Rather
see.
afterwards.
Yeah.
And when or in the course of writing each of the pieces, it kind of occurred to me that I had the sense that I wanted them to all be dedicatory.
Yeah.
But either afterwards or during the writing of the piece, I would get a sense that there was something about the piece that would relate to something either in the music or in the writing by one of these composers, or something else. And frequently the relationships with other composers are very, how can I say, trivial ones.
Yeah.
In the sense that, for example, Zenaki is using something much heavier by clouds, right? Than what I have there. I say little clouds for Yannick Zenaki. And so because there was something suggestive of his point clusters in those pizzicato segments.
I see.
Or like a choir of angels for Carl Rebels is the music is so totally unlike Rebels music, and yet the initial chord has the same interval structure. I did this kind of deliberately. This was something that occurred during the composition of the piece. The initial chord has the same interval structure as the initial chord of his piece called Angel.
Oh, yeah, I see. But what are, for example, your recent thoughts from Walter Feldman? It's just, you got this during the act of doing the composing it.
That was fairly early.
Yeah.
The sense that it related to Feldman's world. I suppose in that one case, it was more a sense that I had in the beginning that this would relate to Feldman.
Oh, yeah, I see.
And it was, in that case, more of a gesture to him.
Then the last piece of quintet is for Charlemagne Palestine. What is your musical interest in Palestine? Or because I just don't know him.
Well, he was a student at Cal.
Oh, yeah, he was a student.
And he had done some very interesting things, and that was kind of a personal gesture, that dedication, but also suggesting something about, even though his work is very different from my own, suggesting a point of common ground there, which is the concern with timbre and the use of the harmonic series.
Yeah, I see. Another piece which is concerned with harmonic expansion and spectral is the spectral canon
Right.
for fundamental, for player piano. I've just seen the score, but the piece must sound fantastic. Just to see. Could you describe the? Was it performed? Is it like performed? The
Well,
piece?
it's curious
Yeah.
because I have not yet heard it either because it's taken a long time to get the piano roll.
Yeah. Done.
I went to visit Mancaro a couple of months ago,
Yeah.
and I brought the roll with me, and he has a special machine for punching.
Oh.
And we started to punch it there, but I couldn't stay long enough, so he kept it. He finished punching it for me. And it's in the mail on the way here now. I expect it any day.
Yeah.
Roll.
I heard that.
I
Yeah.
haven't yet heard it.
Yeah. I see. I heard that he's living in Mexico. Is this true?
That's right.
Oh yeah. But he's American,
Yes.
and he's doing just these player piano pieces. A lot
That's
of.
right.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard these things.
One of the really great composers alive today.
Yeah. How old is he?
Oh, he's about 60, 65.
Yeah. We should know much more about these composers on the West Coast, or because Europe just practically doesn't know anything about it.
Uh-huh.
See, that's one of the reasons I really want to talk to you, because you seem to be very familiar with all these people.
But you know the magazine called Numerous West?
Yeah. Yeah, I know
the
that.
one source that people outside of here might have of finding out something.
Yeah, yeah. Then I know an article you wrote in Sounding about various R's and Ruggles. You see a new valuation of these composers of the 20s or 30s.
A new what?
Valuation.
Valuation?
Yeah, valuation.
Well, I've always been interested in those composers.
Yeah.
And I think, yes, they you mean in a sense of public?
Influencing or inspiring new music. Sure.
They're very important to me. In fact, Ruggles and Varese were teachers of mine.
Oh, I see.
I mean, I actually knew them. Ruggles, I was closer with Ruggles than Varese, but I consider them both teachers.
Yeah. Could you just describe the general experience you made with Ruggles? Because I heard he was very strict in his manner of teaching.
Well, no. I got to know him when I was a student at Bennington College. He lived in a little town 15 miles away in Vermont.
Yeah.
And I got to know him and became really quite close over a period of several years.
Yeah.
And we used to have long talks about music, and I would play things for him on the piano, and I used to play tapes of my own electronic music for him.
Yeah.
And I don't think of him as strict at all, although in his own writing, in his own work, he worked with a fantastically refined I don't want to call it technique, but ear for what was the perfect sound at a given place in a piece.
Yeah.
You know?
And he worked very long on the pieces,
That's
like
right.
10 years, I heard.
But Ruggles developed a kind of dissonant polyphony that there's just no other music like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where it, in a sense, is very rationalized, very precise in its procedures, and yet manages to be to sound as though it's very free.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's actually more his technique of composing which is like inspiring. Do you think that actually his music too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Phil Corner said, or I just said that his style somehow was or became watered down by the music composers.
Well, it's not Ruggles' music.
Yeah, I know. It's just
I mean, what movie music is coming from, I think, more from Schoenberg than it is from Ruggles.
Right.
So what Phil is talking about, I guess, is what Ruggles and Schoenberg had in common in certain kinds of sonorities based on sevenths and ninths and a certain kind of post-romantic or even neo-romantic gesture in the melodic line.
Yeah, okay.
But, we can't, movie composers can't destroy any real music for us.
Right, right. The other one you studied with is Edgar Rios, and you dedicated the crystal canon, the other piece for
I've actually dedicated several pieces in my life to Rios.
Yeah.
And the first one was computer music called Phases. P-H-A-S-E-S.
Yeah.
Which I did in 1963. And then one of the movements of the pieces in quintet, and then the crystal canon, which, by the way, I have. Oh, maybe you must have seen the revised version of it, rewritten.
Yeah, I've seen that in one of these issues. I think that Varese is actually inspiring because he this cross-fertilization of electronic and instrumental music. And I just want to know, how do you connect those now in your work you are doing now, or the things you have in mind with doing composing?
Well,
you're going back to computer music, or using?
I suspect I may be going back to working with computers.
Yeah.
Within the next year or two, but right now I'm still working with instruments and still finding a tremendous area of interesting things that can be done.
Yes.
Traditional, conventional instruments.
Yes.
Still related to my experience with computers and acoustics.
So could you describe one of the pieces you're doing now?
Well, right now I'm working on a piece for chamber orchestra composed of string and percussion, in which I'm going to attempt to simulate speech using instruments only. Now, that's obviously involves the same kind of acoustical thinking that one might bring to a piece of electronic music.
Yeah, yeah.
And yet, it fascinates me to do this with conventional instruments.
And your project for the next time? Your project for the next time?
Well, that one is what I'm working on right now, and I don't have any specific plans after that.
Yeah.
I have some things that would require a computer to realize, and I think probably I would be getting back into working with computers this thing, but
Yeah.
I can't describe things very much.
Yeah. Would that that's now I tell besides of the interview, would that be possible to send me, in addition to that interview, like a sheet of paper of the new piece, or to just have this and print it? Would you like to do that?
Well, it's still just in
the process.
Rough pencil sketches. I think I have to wait a little while before I got to a point that I could do that.
Which one do you think could you send then? Just written one, or could be anything?
Could you
reproduce and score, yeah. With it, besides the interview.
Well, how about something from Quintet?
Yeah, okay, if you like to.
Yeah.
Would be okay, but would be even better if it wouldn't be printed till now in another issue. But we can talk about this later. I just have another question, because you see, I can't come to California now, so I just have to use this possibility to speak to you to get information about the music scene there. So, I just know from the young people, like Americania, or could you just give me a short impression about the scene there?
Well,
tendencies or interests, clusters of interest and so on.
It's so variable.
Yeah.
So variable. It runs all the way from um, well, what Robert Ashley is doing, which is very much involved with theater and live electronics. But I would emphasize the theater aspect of it. To things that, for example, Peter Garland was doing when he was here, or Michael, or some of the other younger people coming from Cal Arts, that was involved in a kind of looking back for roots in some non well so-called primitive culture. Particularly, I shouldn't call it primitive, not primitive at all, but the pre-Columbian
I see.
cultures of the Western Hemisphere. That's an interesting thing that seems to be happening recently.
Oh yeah, I see the Aztecs and Hopis.
Right.
So, who is very concerned with this at the present time? Do you know one name?
Well, I'm thinking of Garland, although he's no longer in California.
Oh, where is he now?
Well, right now he's in Guatemala.
Oh, I see.
When he comes back, I think he'll be able to name his name. But we'll see things develop from here. Another person that relates to that in some way is Lou Harrison.
Oh yeah, what do you know what he's doing like now with his kind of?
No, I don't know his work from recent time.
Because I can't reach him. He's not reachable by phone. I tried and tried and tried. No one knows what he's going to do.
Well, I live there and I haven't been able to reach him either.
So we just have to, wait.
And then, of course, what constitutes the musical scene is part of determined by, say, what Harry Clark was doing when he died. And there are people like Pauline Olivero, who has been doing the sound meditation. And experimenting with vocal techniques. And Ken Burrow, who was also at San Diego until teaching there until this year, working with students. And Gordon Mumma,
yeah.
Who has his work has been very much involved with live electronic music. Let's see, what else?
Did you know? I would like to get some information about the people they just try to somehow get inspired by what Harry Park was doing. Do you know some people, or did you personally know Harry Park?
Yes. I worked with him for a while when I was at the University of Illinois in 1959.
Is there someone who's preserving his instruments?
Yes. A guy who was a student of his then and remained a kind of assistant, one of his performers, and really learned the whole thing, is Dan Lee Nichols. He's at in San Diego.
And so there's hope that his music will be performed in the future too.
I think so. I've also heard that Lou Harrison is interested in about having some like those built again, other instruments like them built.
It's really a pity that nobody in Europe knows about him. I'm just one of in Germany, especially where I'm the only one who's really tried to make these people known. And so if you think I should contact the assistant, because you just mentioned to think about him possibly going to Europe or something. Like Richard Teitelbaum, I met him and he told me that you don't push your career, he said. And then he said that you definitely should go to Europe and tell other people about the real music and the music going on in the West Coast. Don't you think about that? Going to Europe?
Yes, I do, and I think I would enjoy that, but I just never felt that I always have too much music to write. Think about selling it.
I see. Okay.
I mean, if an opportunity arises, I would enjoy doing it, but I just haven't been able to push it myself.
Yeah, I see. Okay. Just put, you think you could send me a score?
Well, like I said, I'm trying to think what
Yeah.
it would be.
Yeah.
But I'll see what I can get together for you.
That would be great. I thank you very much. And I'll send you the copies of the transcription and the book if it's ready.
Okay.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
I think it's great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.